Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 6.
We begin tonight with a story I know we're excited to tell. Gray Television, North Dakota State Athletics, and Bison Sports Properties have announced that KVLY and the rest of the NBC North Dakota network will remain the home of Bison Football for the upcoming season. The group made the announcement today as we are just a couple of months away from the scheduled start of the football season. North Dakota State Director of Athletics, Matt Larson, says he's happy to continue this relationship.
At least the 5.5 years that I've been here and the growth of Bison Nation and our fan base is because we're able to deliver Bison football into people's homes all across the state of North Dakota and the region. And that's something that people have come accustomed to and used to. And so it's been a great relationship and something we're looking forward to next year.
Valley News Live Vice President and General Manager Ike Walker says KVLY is proud to once again be the home for NDSU football, and we look forward to bringing Bison Nation another exciting season. Now on to a Valley News Live exclusive. Most of the COVID-19 deaths in Minnesota are coming from nursing homes. One Moorhead family says their mom went into a long care facility healthy, but now she's on a ventilator, clinging to life. In this exclusive interview, the family tells Valley News Team's Joshua Piguero the facility is to blame for what's happening.
Felicia Rankin says her mom underwent hip replacement surgery months ago and was then taken to Moorhead Rehabilitation and Healthcare Center. But Rankin says it was the biggest mistake they made.
The only thing you can be is hopeful, and we're hoping that the day comes that we get to take her home. And I'm hoping that soon, because I know my mom is a fighter.
Her mom, 65-year-old Karen Haroldson, is battling COVID-19, a disease they say she got at the facility. The family says she was supposed to stay at Moorhead Rehab for a short time as she recovered from surgery, but that stay ended up being prolonged, and now there's concerns as she's currently on a ventilator in Fargo. Rankin says her mom has been fighting it for the last month and has been getting worse.
She went from eating and drinking and talking to completely being on a ventilator within hours.
Originally, she was taken to a hospital in Thief River Falls because there wasn't enough space locally. Yet, as things went downhill, she was flown by helicopter to Sanford in Fargo. Rankin says the family holds the long-term care facility responsible.
They had put another female in with her, and my mother had caught the coronavirus from the lady, which had already been tested, and they were waiting for her test results to come back.
2 weeks ago, we reported there were 21 cases and 2 deaths at Moorhead Rehab. While the facility refuses to release updated numbers or speak on camera, it tells us in a statement it is monitoring and screening residents as well as limiting visitors. 2 years ago, it nearly had federal funds pulled after several violations were found and then later corrected. In Moorhead, Joshua Piguero, Valley News Live.
For nearly 2 weeks, we've been sending emails and making calls to the Minnesota Department of Health to find out if they've inspected Moorhead Rehabilitation and had any violations were found. After following up with them again today, still no answer. North Dakota health officials are now confirming 41 new cases of COVID-19 across the state. Cass County has the highest number of confirmed cases, totaling 643. Grand Forks now the second highest with 270 cases confirmed. Burley County now has 92 cases confirmed, making it the third highest in the state. So far, over 36,000 people have been tested in North Dakota. There are now 1,266 positive COVID-19 cases confirmed. 559 people have recovered. 31 people are currently hospitalized. As we continue to bring you accurate reporting during this pandemic, we want to explain a change in the way the state of North Dakota explains COVID-19 deaths. The change comes after several questions from our news team. Instead of only providing a total number of COVID-19 deaths, the state now breaks that down into those who died from coronavirus and those who died with it. Right now, the health department says of the state's current 25 coronavirus deaths, 17 were solely due to the virus. 2 were caused by something other than COVID-19, and the other 6 death records are still pending for an official cause. Meanwhile, the state of Minnesota has not yet broken down its number of COVID-19 deaths. A message left with the Department of Health has not yet been returned. Speaking of Minnesota today, there are more than 600 new coronavirus cases reported. The State Department of Health is reporting 623 more cases of COVID-19, bringing the state's total to 7,857. 27 more people have died, bringing that total to 455. And of those deaths, 368 living in a nursing home or long-term care facility. 4,614 people are listed as recovered. Minnesota Governor Tim Walz signed an executive order today that will allow elective surgeries to resume in the state as early as next week. Doctors, dentists, and veterinarians that develop a plan to keep patients and healthcare professionals safe will be allowed to offer procedures which can treat chronic conditions, prevent and cure disease, and relieve chronic pain. Earlier, those procedures were halted as the state worked to secure more personal protective equipment and improve hospital surge capacity.
And we are going to make a calculated risk and a calculated choice to start bringing back in those elective surgery with a clear understanding. You've heard me say that my responsibility is the safety, the health, and the well-being or the happiness of Minnesotans.
Moving on to the weather, the rain has been nice for greening things up, but I'm guessing there's several of you out there this evening that would like to see that come to an end, and you can put my name on that list. Let's find out from Hutch if that's going to happen anytime soon. He's here with a first alert look at your Tuesday night weather planner. Hutch?
Well, it does look like the puddly weather does continue as we have still some light showers of rain persisting over the valley, and the radar shows that it's right here from Fargo through Grand Forks in that Interstate 94 to Highway 202 category or area. As we look just north of the FM area where the dark greens are, northern Cass, northern Barnes County, southern Griggs, Steele, and Trail County seeing the heavier showers. Your planner for tonight, the 40s continue. It's going to be about after the 7 o'clock hour where we start to see the rain ending from north to south, and then the clouds will eventually begin breaking from north to south. So by morning or in the overnight hours, we'll actually see some clearing skies in the Grand Forks area with temperatures that'll be a chilly start on your Wednesday. Mike, I'll have details in hour-by-hour style of details on that. Sun will come out tomorrow. And temperatures, though, unfortunately don't look like they'll be too hot. I'll have details on all of that coming up here in just a moment.
Look forward to that. Thanks. In Grand Forks, the fire department is reporting a confirmed case of COVID-19. The department decided to temporarily close fire station number 5 for a thorough cleaning. The firefighter was with the positive case last worked on Thursday. That's April 30th. 2 other firefighters who worked closely with the positive case are now on self-quarantine for 14 days. Stations 1 and 3 will service the area for Station 5 until the cleaning is completed. 2 people have been arrested and jailed near Minot, North Dakota in connection to a murder and a fire in Beltrami County, Minnesota. 38-year-old Travis Gunning is charged with aggravated robbery and aiding an officer or an offender in murder, while his girlfriend, 30-year-old Rebecca Lockman, has been charged with felony aiding an offender. An unnamed third person remains at large. Court documents obtained by Valley News Live say that police responded to a house fire just after midnight on May 3rd. When one of the residents returned home, the resident was shot by 2 people in a car. Police located the remains of a man inside the burned house and what appeared to be a bullet wound to his head. A cell phone was also found and was traced to Gunning. And when officers arrived at the scene, a vehicle registered to Gunning was seen driving away. 2 people are facing charges after a large fight in South Fargo last week where one victim suffered non-life-threatening stab wounds. It happened in the 1400 block of 35th Street South, with witnesses saying that there were multiple weapons, including a knife and a gun. Well, police say that 20-year-old Celine Mees and 22-year-old Jasmine Suleimani were arrested for terrorizing and aggravated assault. The travel agency handling that booked the trip for a West Fargo high school group where students received a partial refund says that they were notified on the day of the trip it was being canceled. Group travel planners based in Burnsville, Minnesota, organized a Chicago tour for Cheyenne High School's band scheduled for March 12th through the 17th. However, the district nixed the trip due to the pandemic. The travel agency says that they were told March 12th that the trip was off. The company's CEO says Cheyenne High School was strongly encouraged to get travel insurance several times and never did. Cheyenne students told Valley News Live last week that they were getting $638 back after spending more than $1,000 for the trip. Group travel planners say that they were able to get a partial refund from the hotels after negotiations. Authorities in Polk County say that they're getting several reports about Publishers Clearinghouse scams. The scam starts with a phone call or even an email telling that the person that they won the Publishers Clearinghouse sweepstakes. Now remember, the clearinghouse does not email or call big winners. Polk County deputies also say to not give out any confidential information. Later on Valley News Live at 6, how the pandemic will impact this weekend's fishing opener in Minnesota.
And radar estimates of rainfall showing here in the central Red River Valley from Fargo towards Valley City. The big winners in the last 24 hours. 1.52 inches measured in Ellendale, over an inch in Jamestown. Some sun will come out tomorrow. Details in your hour-by-hour forecast are straight ahead.